In the production of any film, there are mainly two companies that are involved, and they are production and distribution, known as the studio system. The production company is directly responsible for fundraising or seeking funds. They handle the budgeting, scripting, and hiring staff. They also are in charge of production itself, closely followed by the editing. The production company is often owned by a media conglomerate or a parent company. The distribution company are involved with the distribution and marketing of film. They are in charge of setting a release date of the film and choosing which method would be best to release it. This could be through cinema, online, or television release. However, the distribution company may need to go through the cinema and TV channels if they do not own them. For example, a film made by Film 4 would not need to ask permission to show a film on Film 4. However, it would need to seek permission if it was to air in a cinema. British independent films, such as Fly By Night, often have many film companies involved in order to come up with sufficient funds to produce the film. They may receive external fundraising from aggregations such as the British Film Industry, who support film production in the UK using their lottery fund. This differs from mainstream films which use their funding from American-based film companies like the Big Six, based in Hollywood. These companies can afford to put millions of dollars into the production and distribution of a film without the need to fundraise. The fact that major associations like Paramount and 20th Century Fox have big budgets is a USP, as they can afford to produce the safe genres such as superhero films with expensive special effects and exotic locations. Like with any film, the companies involved need to be credited. This is why production cards are at the start of any film, like mine, Landscape Productions and Rose Films. The first production card is Landscape Productions. It features a topic picture of a sunset and the scenery in front. The production company is similar to that of Between the Eyes, who produced Shifty, another independent British film. This was a very successful social realism film, being released in a DVD in America, which is not common as social realism films are usually targeted a very small British demographic. This shows that it was well partnered with distribution companies who know how to target this demographic well. Like production companies, it is often that independent films have more than one distribution company. Shifty partnered with many international companies to accommodate for the demand. Metrodome Distribution is the UK company, also distributed the film Shooting Dogs about the Rwandan genocide. This clearly indicates that they know how to target the right areas to make social films like these a success. This also applies to the company Cassandra Films, producing Fish Tank. They produce a lot of other social realism films, meaning that the specialisation allows them to be more successful in this genre. Independent films have to be funded by many companies. Fish Tank had a budget of £2 million, which was partly funded by the UK Film Council, funding £70,000. The main way that independent films are marketed is through word of mouth reviews from film festivals. Fish Tank was shown at over 15 festivals. The low budget means less money can be spent on distribution in comparison to mainstream films, who have multiple trailers, TV adverts, and more expensive campaigns to increase hype. As my film would be independently funded, it would need to be viewed through festivals, reviews, and seeking out the trailer online. After crediting the production and distribution companies, I needed to mention other important individuals involved in the making of my film. It is rare that social realism films have masses of titles. Fish Tank has none, and Bullet Boy has very few. However, occasionally films like Shifty have opening credits which feature casting directors and editors. In my opening sequence, I decided to include the main titles. These were the production and distribution companies, actors, music, and director, gradually progressing in importance. My main title was very similar to Fish Tank, with the white text on the black intertitle, with a basic and simplistic font.